Hello, Collective. Welcome to your energy reading, aka music channeling for today. Your go to song is Mantra by Jenny. All right. I would want to say though that I got this song when I was doing the bonus reading for Aries and Gemini. So you might be in Aries, you might be a Gemini, you might be dealing with those two people, okay, in terms of zodiac signs, or those two readings resonate, okay? As in, nobody has these signs, but you be watching those readings. Welcome to this music channeling, okay? It's very late. I still have a speech impediment, and on top of that, we're going through a little bit of a moon cycle moment, okay? So let's dive into it. That's me kindly saying, if it's messy, I'm sorry in advance, okay? My delivery, that is, okay? So, when I was doing the bonus readings, it was on the 29th, okay? So, let's see what's relevant for, let's dive it up. Geminis, in relation to watching for Geminis who dealing with one, or watching that reading. So there's going to be a change for you guys. Somebody's going to be open about a relationship, okay? As in, want to be open about you, about having a relationship, or a kind of breakdown of a relationship, okay? This person will also kind of disclose certain things that is relevant. Something about being materialistic, being shady. As an example, for instance, like, I don't know, maybe somebody bought your person a freaking fur coat or a diamond, and low-key, they kind of like went for the fur coat and the diamond. Something of this nature, but they realized that that was in love or something. I don't know. You could have done this. They could have done this. I'm like, I'm tuning into, like, they could have asked you for something and you couldn't provide, and then they went where they got this appreciation, okay? But it's kind of like it was temporarily. So somebody's shifting their mindset on expectations, collective, and now they're looking at things on a more deeper level, okay? So something of this nature, okay? This is for Geminis, or watching for Gemini, or watching that reading, okay? So, and the changes in relation to Aries, somebody is still upset. Aries, you are or they are, okay? It's about this freaking information. It's about either being naive, being stupid, being, protective, or not at all. So, as an example, somebody didn't use protection. It could be sexual, or it could be in the sense of, like, I needed you to be there for me. I need you to protect me, but they were not, okay? Or you were not. Whoever is in this Aries energy, or watch that reading, somebody didn't feel protected, number one, right? Like, they felt devalued. Number two, something protection in relation to, like, sexual, okay? I've been mentioning a lot of sex lately, okay? It is springtime. A lot of people like to get, jiggy with it during springtime. Probably all the time, but I feel like spring is a lot of, like, there's this love in the air. Or am I wrong? I don't know. But, like, something of this nature will also be discussed. And lastly, something about the last part about being naive, okay? Feeling stupid, something of this nature, okay? So there's that. If you're little, I guess, Aries parts, let's do romance card for that one, keep it original. This card came out. So for some of you guys, they could be codependent. You or they, okay? Or they're dealing with some sort of codependency, you or they. This could also be something that they're trying to heal. Or if it's not that, I'm tuning into, it's giving obsessed, okay? It's giving possessive. It's giving, simmer down, okay? If that takes place, this relationship can be fixed, okay? If you're in Aries, they're in Aries, somebody needs to kind of like cool it a bit, okay? Geminis, their go-to card, watching for Geminis, coming from that Gemini reading. Being a Gemini, this person has the potential to be the one for you, okay? Doo-doo-doo. But because the chemistry is very sizzling. It's very sizzling. They could have like funny, quirky mannerisms, just like the ones I just did. Okay. The next specific insight for you guys is 32 and 28. So that could be in reference to a timeline. So for instance, on the 31st and a date, there's some sort of change that's going to take place, right? Or within 32 hours, think of like timeline, okay? Hours, days, weeks. That logically makes sense, okay? And then 28 in the same way. On the 28th, within 28 hours, things of that nature, right? If it's not timeline, reference is more so age. So very simple, 32 years of age, 28 years of age could be relevant, okay? And then we have Titanic. It could be relevant. That could be your favorite movie. That could be a movie for upcoming dates. And I say this because I also have other messages that I was tuning into that we're about to dive in with the cards on. Some of you guys will be going on some fun dates, okay? I mentioned that in the beginning of the year, and I feel like this is going to be quite specific, okay? But bear with me. Let me just clarify as we, how it is here. Welcome, okay? The next message is you will have to see her. She's a work of art, okay? So somebody is bragging about you, collective, okay? Or you're bragging about your person. But I do feel like it's whoever's in the masculine energy, they're like, you have to see collective. Like if you're masculine watching here, you're the one that's like, you have to see my person. They're just a work of art, okay? Do we need to put some cards on this? No, I just want to feel, it's wonderful. Somebody's like, that's my baby. They look good. I love it. For some of you guys, it's actually a friend that is like giving you this, let me gas you up energy. Okay, for others, it's it's giving friend to well, okay, for some of you guys, it's like a friend that's doing this, right? Almost tuning into your friend could be hearing this from the person that's thinking of you. And you guys know friends could be in any format, male or female. So, whomever is resonating with that, all right? Oh, Lord, Lordy, Lord. So, I feel like I channel best when I put things on paper. This is the specifics on the specifics. We got Philadelphia, okay, and Brooklyn. First coffee date since 2007, okay. The first bees, okay. So, I mean, it's spring, and I feel like it's very symbolic when you see a lot of animals, freshness in the air, okay? So something about seeing the first bee for some of you guys, okay? For others, Philadelphia is relevant, as in the place, like the location. Brooklyn, same thing. Place, location, um, coffee date, but specifically since 2007. That's, listen, it's on here, okay? And then lastly, we got frisbees. Okay, so some of you guys will be playing frisbees. It's cute. I love this. It's, you know what? 2025. We do not do bare minimum. I love this. I really do love this for you guys. So we're just gonna pull some clothes. I feel like a lot of this, in terms of the dates and the location and the places, it's gonna be a bit of a surprise. Heavy on the secret. Like, you are not aware of this, okay? Or they're not aware of this. If like you're the one that's doing the planning, they have no idea. Or vice versa. You will have no idea. But if you're watching this reading, now you do know. Okay? But I feel like these are like, I would say, key insights in terms of science. Oh my god, I did watch a reading and she did mention Brooklyn and frisbees and coffee date. Wow, okay. What's in store? Let's go, you know? That's it. In terms of the specifics, of course. Okay? So overall, the song in itself talks about just being proud of oneself and just kind of living life, you know? Mantra is basically another word for affirmation. So this is kind of like, not kind of, whatever you trying to manifest, live in it. Be in the now, be in the present. And I feel like whatever you're thinking of is very much like that. Like whatever they're thinking of, want to do, feel, they are that, okay? Or they see you being in that energy, and I feel like you make them feel so free, or they make you feel so free. It's great, you know? It's kind of like what they want to deal with and be with is very freeing. I'm also for one person specifically. I don't know if you will say this or somebody said this to you or vice versa, right? Somebody's like, this is from LGBTQ individuals, like, I just want to be gay in peace. Let me just be gay in peace. So somebody's like frustrated because people want to be nosy. They just want to be gay in peace, or you just want to be gay in peace. Somebody wants to be gay in peace, okay? And you know what? Rightfully so. Let us all be what we want to be in peace, okay? Oh, I'm feeling like somebody's, yeah, very intrusive, very too much, right? They're trying to be all up in your business or this person's business, right? I think that's it. So, what's relevant for the collective in terms of this message that doesn't resonate with the specifics? We're gonna divide it. Okay, watch it for a masculine. Let's see. This masculine, they want to marry you. Okay, they want to get into a marriage contract. If it's not marriage, because I know not everybody look at marriage the way everybody look at it, because there are unconventional marriages, okay? That could resonate. So basically, they want to be in a long-term commitment with you. Cohabitation is very normal in Sweden, okay? You could be Swedish. No, but like, for real, cohabitation is very normal in Sweden. That's like equivalent to getting married, okay? And that for a lot of people could be like, that's so unconventional, but it's like, is the norm here, okay? Like if you grew up in Sweden, if you're in a younger generation, even older, like cohabitating is equivalent to like low-key being married. So yeah, but other than that, if that doesn't resonate, it's like wedding bills, the church, put a ring on it, all that, okay? And for others, it's the long-term commitment equivalent to this cohabitating lifestyle. Yeah, basically you're the person for their life. Like if you're watching for masculine, this is what they want with you. Okay? I love it for you. This is not even, yeah, they already know you're the one for them. It's simple. Okay? I love it for you. And if you're wondering if there were issues with finances and career, maybe in the past they had issues. They had a little bit of addiction issues. They had a little bit of, money troubles, a little bit of, things were unstable. All of that has been handled and healed with, which is very wise. I don't think that this person that you're dealing with as a masculine will go into anything with you with baggage, okay? I want to use another analogy as example. Like I was watching The Cut for like, I think it was like last year. I was on a Cut. It's like a series on YouTube where they like kind of talk about very much like personal, um, emotional intelligence, like conversations to elevate the relationship, kind of to get to, it's like getting to know your person more, but for the world to see. And this is what happens when I try to explain things. It's on there, and there was one person, or sorry, one couple. They fell in love. Anyone that heard their story, it feels like a movie. Okay, it kind of reminds me of like Amal and George Clooney. Like they kind of look like them as well, and they had secrets to tell. And his biggest secret, the masculine, he was like, I've been holding on to this for, I think, like, he said something. So they're about to plan their wedding, as in their wedding venues and all that would be next week, right? And before that, they had to reveal everything to feel peace. And the masculine's big secret was that he was in debt, okay? And it's not like, oh yeah, I have debt from, like, I mean, they're in debt from college or whatever. It's like college and other things like investments, etc. And here, this feminine went into this thinking that they're good financially. Like she always knew that he was a little bit of a struggling artist, right? But it's much more serious than what she could ever imagine. Okay, and he actually went into the relationship with this baggage and not revealing anything until the show, specifically like a week before they're about to go on this destination wedding for their venues. Right, they're even having a destination wedding, not even a let's marry in our local area, heck, even at home. So it's kind of like, where the heck is the money coming from, right? This person, your masculine, is none of that, okay? But they could have had struggles before, but they were never. Um, what I'm tuning into, I will say this, because of that parallel, they're not in that energy when it comes to you marrying you, okay, and creating a life with you. Whether it's putting a ring on it, whether it's cohabitating, like you guys are set. At least they know you guys are set in terms of it will not create issues in the future, okay? And that's what I'm talking about, okay? Let's do a little, you know, that wasn't, yes, I know this is not glamorous, but let's keep on moving, okay? So congratulations, okay? Got somebody that's stable, sees you as the one, want to put a ring on it, want to be with you forever, and it's giving legacy. It's giving, this is my person for life. So congratulations, your masculine feels this way about you. You're watching masculine, you feel this way about your person. So all I can say is congratulations. Watching for a feminine, okay? Watching for a feminine. The energy towards you is this. See here, this feminine here, the energy is, you might, it wasn't reversed. You might think that they're close-minded. For me, I'm taking it more so they could be more meek, okay, more reserved. I'm not getting introverted, so it's like more meek and reserved, okay, in their behavior. I don't know if they're like traditional. I'm not getting that, but I feel like they are not as different as you think they are, okay? If you see this, it says here, your soulmate differs from your usual type and expectations. Your soulmate, as this feminine, is your type, okay? However, they're coming across. This is exactly what you want in your feminine. So I love this for you, okay? And this is why you're going to propose, okay? This is giving, you know, I want to interact more with them. If it's not that, it's like you're going to put a ring on it, okay? So I feel like you guys are like this group in terms of this reading, like you manifested this. Like you know what you want, you're going after it, okay? Or they're coming after you. And I love this, okay? And for the feminines, you and them have a past life connection, like spiritually, but also like it could be somebody from your past as well, okay? And this card is also very relevant here. There's a lot of desire, okay? I also feel like the universe, your spirit team could help you elevate this in terms of masculines watching for the feminines here, or feminines watching for feminines. Like, you know, the spirit team, the angels, the universe, the God is like, we're going to give you a little bit of a push, okay? I love this, you know? There are other people that might feel some type of way, a lot of judgmental, you know, non-relevant individuals. So just be mindful of that. But I do feel like you guys are going to cut them off from your life, okay? Because it's like, you know, you could grow up with people, they are like pretty chaotic, right? And you're also chaotic, but then it's like, you know what, married life, you don't want no chaos. You want a simple, you want a peaceful life, you know? You want no drama. You want things to be, you know, even if you're not traditional, like at home, I want things to be, you know, that's my wife. That's how you feel. And people can be like, oh my God, they're so timid, they're so quiet. Collective, right? But you're like, no, actually that is my type, you know? I don't feel people like gonna be against it, but I feel like they were kind of like, they were expecting more, but I don't think they fully know, like, because the thing is this, collective, you can't help who you fall in love with. And I feel like there are some people, masculines, if you're watching, you got people in your corner gonna be like, I thought you would be with this person. Like, it could be something silly as all of a sudden you like blondes. All of a sudden you don't like people with, you know, full figures. Like, and they'll be like, she's, you know, she's a little bit quiet. Like, what's up with that, right? And that's just their personality. And you're just like, no, but as a masculine, you're like, no, I actually like that. Like, you know, I got to know them and I actually generally like that. This is my type, okay? Maybe you didn't know and then you met them and you're like, you know what, this is what I like. And that's why you want to interact with them more, and that's why you want to put a ring on it. Okay? Beware of the iteration. Okay, to simply put it, beware of the iteration. Alright? Like this. Let's do a little initial. Let's see, let's move this up here. This reminds me of like the Let Me Share video I did, and I talked about how if you ask God what you want, you will receive, okay? And this is kind of just more so universally coded. But yeah, it's beautiful. initial time for you, your person, anyone else involved. You know, you know, somebody's name is also Carmen. Carmen. Okay. Do, 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 do. Carmen. Do, do, do. So Carmen, trust your intuition, or they're gonna trust their intuition in relation to you. Carmen, okay. Collective, thank you for stopping by. Good luck on the journey that is to life.